Hidden in plain sight for thousands of years lies a structure that defies logic, history, and time itself. It's not just old, it's ancient. Older than the Great Pyramid of Giza, older than Stonehenge. And yet, it exists, silently watching as civilizations rise and fall around it. Carved with impossible precision, built with methods we still don't understand. This site continues to baffle even the most experienced archaeologists. No texts, no tools, no clues to who built it or why. Despite decades of research and excavation, the mystery remains untouched at its core. Every stone uncovered reveals more questions than answers. Could this be the work of a forgotten civilization? One that history failed to record? Or is it something even more mysterious, a remnant of knowledge lost to time? Today, we travel deep into the past, into a world before history was written, where the line between myth and reality begins to blur. This is not just a story about stone and soil. It's a story about what we still don't know. Discovery and location. In the sun-scorched hills of southeastern Turkey, near the city of Şanlıurfa, lies one of the most mysterious places ever uncovered, a site that challenges everything we thought we knew about the origins of human civilization. Its name is Göbekli Tepe. And though it was first noted by archaeologists in the 1960s, it wasn't until 1994 that its secrets began to reveal themselves when a local shepherd stumbled upon a large buried stone while tending his flock. That stone was just the beginning. What followed was a discovery so groundbreaking, it sent shockwaves through the world of archaeology. Buried beneath layers of earth were massive stone pillars, some reaching over 16 feet in height, arranged in circular enclosures with detailed animal carvings. No writing, no tools, no sign of a settled village nearby. And yet, someone or something built this complex over 11,000 years ago. That's more than 5,000 years older than Stonehenge. The site sits in an otherwise desolate and remote plateau. No cities, no mountains, no rivers around to explain its location. Why here? Why then? From high above, drone and satellite images reveal strange geometric patterns in the layout circles within circles, all precisely carved into stone. It's not random. There's intention. There's design. But for what purpose? Even today, only a fraction of Göbekli Tepe has been unearthed. Experts believe 90% of it remains buried, hidden just beneath the surface, waiting to rewrite history again. Some believe it was a temple, a gathering place for rituals long forgotten. Others suggest it was an astronomical observatory, or even the world's first sacred sanctuary. But no one knows for sure. And here lies the enigma, a colossal, ancient structure with no definitive origin, sitting quietly in the dust of time, defying all explanation. Structure and architecture. The sheer scale of Göbekli Tepe is enough to leave even modern engineers speechless. Towering limestone pillars, some weighing over 10 tons, stand arranged in massive circular formations. Each stone was carved with a precision that seems impossible for its time. And yet, they were shaped and placed without metal tools. Many of these stones are decorated with elaborate carvings, animals like foxes, snakes, boars, vultures, each etched with remarkable detail into the solid stone. No evidence of written language, yet the symbols feel intentional, as if they were trying to communicate something long forgotten. Even more astonishing is what lies beneath the surface. Some researchers believe Göbekli Tepe contains hidden subterranean chambers, still buried under thousands of years of soil. Its layout is mathematically complex, multiple circular structures aligned in patterns that suggest advanced planning, astronomy, or something else entirely. And here's the most mind-bending part. This structure predates not only the wheel, but also farming, written language, and even basic metal tools. It was built in a time when humans were supposed to be hunter-gatherers, yet somehow, they managed to construct something far beyond what we thought was possible. When we compare it to iconic ancient wonders like Stonehenge or the Great Pyramid of Giza, one thing becomes clear. Göbekli Tepe isn't just older, it's more mysterious. Which brings us to the question that continues to haunt historians today. How could a civilization without advanced tools, without cities, and without writing, build something so precise, so massive, and so enduring? Theories and speculations. Since its discovery, Göbekli Tepe has become the center of one of archaeology's greatest debates. With no written records, no tools, and no nearby dwellings, its purpose remains entirely speculative. But the theories are nothing short of fascinating. Some historians suggest it was a temple, a sacred site where prehistoric people gathered for rituals, perhaps to honor deities we no longer remember. The animal carvings, the layout, the scale all point to spiritual significance. Others believe it could have been an ancient observatory, aligned with the stars and seasonal patterns. Some of the stone circles appear to point toward celestial bodies, perhaps tracking solstices, equinoxes, or star cycles long before modern astronomy even existed. Then there are theories that speak of the dead. Could Göbekli Tepe have been a burial site, a ceremonial gateway to the afterlife? Or perhaps part of a much larger underground complex, still hidden beneath the soil, yet to be discovered? And then, there are the controversial theories. Some researchers and more than a few independent thinkers have suggested something even more mysterious. Was this the work of a lost advanced civilization, one that existed long before our known history books begin? Others dare to ask, could it have involved extraterrestrial knowledge? The precision, the effort, the timing, all raise unsettling questions. If ancient humans were still living in small nomadic groups, who passed down the knowledge to design and build such complexity? And finally, what if our timeline of civilization is wrong? What if this monument isn't an outlier, but a missing chapter in a much older human story we've barely begun to uncover? Even respected archaeologists have admitted Göbekli Tepe changes everything. Words from Dr. Klaus Schmidt, the lead excavator of the site, before his passing. Because sometimes, the absence of answers only opens the door to even deeper mysteries. What science has found. When archaeologists first began serious excavation at Göbekli Tepe, they turned to science for answers. Carbon dating of the soil and organic remains revealed something astonishing. The oldest layers of the site date back to nearly 9,600 BCE, over 11,000 years ago. That places it thousands of years before the invention of writing, agriculture, even the wheel. Researchers have uncovered animal bones, stone tools, and strange symbols carved into pillars, not letters, but more like a lost symbolic language. Yet despite years of digging, no evidence of permanent homes, graves, or even basic settlement structures has ever been found nearby. There are no clay pots, no metal tools, no signs of writing, just stone and silence. This suggests that Göbekli Tepe wasn't a village or city, but something entirely different. Something with a purpose we still don't understand. And here's the most fascinating part. Even with today's machinery, replicating the scale and precision of these stone enclosures, moving, shaping, and placing 10-ton pillars by hand would be a monumental task. So how did people, over 11,000 years ago, do it? Science can date the stones, but it still can't explain how they were built. Or why. Why it still remains a mystery. After more than 2 decades of digging, Göbekli Tepe still refuses to give up its secrets. So many questions remain. Who built it? Why here in such a remote, barren place? And how did knowledge of its existence and construction simply vanish? There are no written records, no inscriptions, no oral traditions that survived. It's as if the people who built this place simply disappeared, leaving behind one of the most advanced structures of their time, with no trace of who they were or what they believed. What makes this mystery even deeper is that most of Göbekli Tepe is still underground. Archaeologists estimate that only about 10% of the site has been uncovered. Beneath the surface could lie answers or even greater questions. Despite the best efforts of scientists, researchers, and historians, we are still left in the dark. With every new discovery, the story becomes even more complex. And so, Göbekli Tepe stands as a riddle carved in stone, silent, ancient, enduring, waiting for the day when its secrets are finally revealed. Or, perhaps it was meant to remain a mystery all along. Final thoughts and theories. Göbekli Tepe is more than just a collection of ancient stones. It may represent something far deeper, a missing page in the story of who we are and where we came from. Could this be a forgotten chapter of human history? One that was buried, not just by time, but by the limits of our own imagination. Perhaps mainstream archaeology isn't wrong, but maybe it's incomplete. What if the foundations of civilization didn't begin when we thought? What if we've been asking the wrong questions all along? Because the truth is, sometimes, what we don't know teaches us more than what we do. Göbekli Tepe challenges the timeline of human development. It asks us to look beyond what we've been told, beyond the written records, beyond the textbooks, and into the unknown. And maybe, just maybe, the real story of human civilization is far older, far more mysterious, and far more extraordinary than we've ever dared to believe. We may not have the answers yet, but the journey to uncover them is only just beginning. So, what do you think this 5,000-year-old mystery really means? Could Göbekli Tepe be a clue to a lost civilization, or something even stranger? The questions are endless, and the truth might be far more incredible than we imagine. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop your theories in the comments below. Let's explore the unknown together. And if you're fascinated by forgotten history, ancient mysteries, and the secrets our past still holds, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a discovery.